Good day, everybody. Today we are on air with Steve, owner and operator of Armourguard for all of Canada here. So yeah, he's got a very cool product he wants to share with us today. Steve, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me over.
Excellent,
Appreciate
excellent. Yeah, we're glad to have you here. So this is a pretty nifty product that you got here today. So what you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, no, it's something I'm pretty excited about. It's something that both keeps your gutters clean, maintenance free, as well as eliminates snow and ice buildup on top. So,
yeah. So it's this is a pretty big problem, and it seems like a pretty simple fix with what you got here.
Yeah, that's what I found with it when I saw it when I first came across it, and I figured out, this is a great thing just for our country. It's just, we're winter,
right?
12 months of the year. So
yeah. Do you mind just maybe passing it over to me here? I'd like to take a little look at her.
This is our heated version here.
Heated version, okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you ask me, heated version just seems like the way to go.
I think so, and that one offers also keeps debris out too, as well as it also keeps the snow and ice out as well. So
right, I like this. This is really sweet. I could see no more leaf buildup. Clients often end up paying us something like $700 a year or more just to clean out their eaves troughs. For like difficult homes, it can be pretty expensive to do. It's also very dangerous, to clean leaf out.
Well, yeah, and if you're not good on a ladder, like
totally,
if you don't want to go up, sometimes 40 feet, it's a tough thing to do with even cleaning, and and then a lot of times people will leave that one, and then it's then they pay for it later. So.
Well, it's something you pay for with your life too. I know a guy. I don't know him personally, but I knew a story where somebody was washing their own windows, and he fell off the ladder, died, left his family and kids. Like he had kids and everything in there. So anybody not having to get on the ladder to clean out their eaves troughs, it's definitely gonna. This could be potentially a life-saving device as well. I like this feature on the back here. So this is where you say the cord runs back here, hey?
Yeah, the heat trace cable runs through there, yeah.
Okay. And would you say you need like an electrician or anything to install these or help?
We can install it one of two ways. You can run it. We can just put a plug on it. You can plug it in. Plug it in every now and then when the weather's coming, or you can have an electrician install it, hardwire it in, and you can flip it on with a switch, and then whatever's easier for you, the customer. With this works.
I could see the hardwire being a little more like aesthetically pleasing to the eye.
Yeah. I me personally too.
Yeah. But if you're plugged in on like the back of your roof or something like that, I suppose some people wouldn't care. It'd just be like you can probably just tuck the wire away a little bit and just
Yeah, and that's what we try to do, is make it aesthetically pleasing, so you're not having cables run off, and you find that a lot with some of the stuff you can buy at the hardware store where the cable's running, and it looks like Christmas lights are up, but they're not.
Right. Exactly. So now I would assume that no matter what with these, you're probably going to need a professional to put them in, hey?
Yeah, and that's what all our installers are trained by us and they go through a program with the heat as well for the electrical and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
They have to pass a test to handle the electrical stuff, just because it is electricity. Even though it's low voltage, it's still electricity. So.
Right. Well, I know I'm personally going to be getting into this program, so that's going to be kind of cool.
Well, that sounds great. I'd be happy to help out.
Yeah. Well, we know, when I came across this, I think of a customer that we just have right now where we've done basically everything we can from roof-wise to eliminate the ice dams. His situation is much better, but it's still kind of packing up on the eave ends there. So, this is our recommendation to him now as a fix to the solution to the problem, because there's just engineering issues all over the place. Especially with these duplexes that they're building. They have these firewalls in there and all these fire codes. but unfortunately they're not addressing, ice damming and stuff that, this product could fix.
That's you find that a lot with different types of style of houses, right? And we have a fix for your gutters, but we also have a fix for where you get your valleys in your roofs, right? Where we can run this little product up there in the middle. I don't know if you want to hold on.
Oh, let me take a look at that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we call the valley heated product.
Oh yeah.
So you run the heat trace cable through the middle, and then it comes with the flashing cover, and it matches your roof, and it matches.
Oh, that's
what you
very
got
nice.
on there. Yeah,
that's slick.
Yeah.
Yeah. This would be pretty handy for like those sections where you have like a steep section running into a low slope. You get a lot of snowpack in those areas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'm just thinking about a house right now that would need this guy.
Yeah, like coming off of dormers or something like that.
Exactly.
And then or even some of these mountain homes. They got these big valleys that go up 20 feet, and that's where the snow just sits there and it drifts, and it just takes that down so that it's not all in one place and doesn't all come to the front and melt and cause damage, which we all know that happens after time.
Right. Yeah. So like, what temperatures do you think you would turn this on, or like what kind of conditions would you say you would want to turn on that heat tape?
We generally say when there's weather coming. We watch the news. We all watch in the winter. We're always worried about weather, so we always watch the news. So when there's a storm coming, we like to tell the customer put on 12 hours before, just so it gets up to an ambient heat and it stays at that temperature. And as the snow's falling, it'll just mitigate that whole valley of snow that packs up, right?
Right. So you can kind of use them as needed, kind of thing too.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when you have it on, it's it's about the cost of running a TV for a year.
Oh,
so
really?
It's not an expense. Like, it's a low voltage. It's not really a high. It plugs into a 110, so it's not really a high voltage situation that you're in, right? So
won't break the bank.
No, exactly.
Yeah, I could see that paying for itself in a lot of occasions. I've seen ice dams so bad that they backed up into the house where they ruined all the walls, and the families have had to move out and live in a hotel room for a couple of months while their remediation company comes in and fixes everything, And I mean, that's if you get insurance coverage, or that's if you have it, for that kind of event. So
yeah,
that's some good insurance mitigation.
Yeah. Well, funny story. I've been in the construction business for a long time, and I was a painter. So when I was doing exterior painting, gutters got in my way. I didn't really care about them. I didn't even on my own home. I'm like, gutters are, water's going in them. I don't care. But when I started getting into this business, I found out that they do a lot more than what a lot of people, I don't think, really understand what gutters, a clear gutter will do for your home, right? So, and that's, what you were saying there is part and parcel. I think they think that the gutters are there, they're working, but they don't understand maybe there's water getting in behind, going up, but water takes the path of least resistance,
exactly.
Right? And it just goes up your rafter tails into your home, and you don't know what it's going to do after that, right? So,
yeah, it can be devastating.
Yeah,
that's what I've seen. Yeah, well, I like this screen too, because I've seen these actually. They use these same screens for ventilation, and at least a very similar profile, and they're not very restrictive when it comes to air in particular, and it looks like water as well.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Well, it's a surgical grade stainless steel, so nothing organic will stick to it. It kind of just so any leaves or any tree leaves or pine needles or anything like that will it'll dry, but it'll blow off or get washed off with the rain.
Yeah, these are super durable too. That is
yeah,
man.
Yeah, it's anodized aluminum, so it's one piece unit too as well. So it's not a bunch of pieces put together. So it's one piece and it stays together. So it actually helps make the gutter a lot more sturdy.
Oh yeah,
keeps it, because when we screw it to the back, when we screw it onto the front, we screw it to the back, and it just kind of gives you that more support on the gutter.
Right. Yeah, I imagine that when you maybe set up the ladder or something like that, you might not have to worry initially, with that that bending, because sometimes you stick a ladder up and the whole gutter will just kind of push in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could imagine that. Like, I mean, this thing,
Yeah.
is tough. That is like,
Yeah, and that's
man, that is well built.
yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, it comes with a 40-year warranty. 40-year warranty. It's industry leading 40-year warranty. A lot of guys give you warranty, but you don't know what's going on with it. But the product says it in itself. It's a tried and true. Company's been around for 12 years.
All right. Okay. And would you say that that the labor warranty would be covered by the person installing it, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Up
So
to them?
we at Armourguard we cover the warranty, and we also have a lifetime no clog guarantee. So you have our whole product on there. We guarantee that you won't get a clog in your gutter as well, right? So,
right.
And if you do, give us a call. And if you haven't gone up there and made it clog, then we'll fix it and be on our way. But yeah.
Well, honestly, I don't see that ever happening.
No, and that's the one thing. There's a few other products out there that that do the same thing. This one bar, just by the quality of the manufacturing, is by far, I think, a little biased here, I guess, but it's the best in the business.
Yeah, I've installed lots of leaf guards before, and I generally stopped recommending them because their quality was low, and these are very very high quality as I can see, and I just, like I said, I just think that heat tape is an absolute must. It's a very unique and very cool feature.
It's the one thing that sets us apart here, right? Because we're the only ones in Canada who have that product similar like that has the heated whole product.
Well, yeah,
because it's aluminum, it does radiate through and it warms up the whole thing, right? So
it's meant for these climates. That's the thing, Like I found that a lot of these home designs that we see these days are more meant for more like mid, range, kind of mid area of the United States, So we need a lot more like attic space and things like that.
Right. Yeah, and that's just it, right? We need a lot more warming. Like we need to keep it. we need stuff that's going to melt, right?
Yeah.
Because we know we're like I said, we're under snow 8 months of the year at least, right? So
exactly.
And
yeah,
helps mitigate also like any kind of ice, from water falling. When it warms, we live in Calgary here, so it's we get Chinooks, so. It's great for the day, but then tomorrow it's going to be minus 20 again, and then you're going to have slippery sidewalk and
exactly
right.
Yeah, you can't exactly completely like eliminate ice dams with just insulation and ventilation. I mean it does help a lot, but
yeah.
I mean, like I said, you get that cycle of Chinook coming in,
yeah.
that freeze thaw. I mean, that's tough to, that's just going to make ice dams on its own. Yeah. So now with these guys here, these guys are guaranteed for 40 years. I would say that, like, how old do you think an eaves trough should be before you replace it? Like, if you're going to put these guys on there.
Well, a well-maintained eaves trough will last forever. I think if it's 100%, if it's aluminum, like they're going to last forever as long as they're not, smacked around or beaten up by hail or, weather, or just well-maintained. I've been to houses where the original gutters,
okay.
And the house is 35 years old and they still look perfect, and we can install it over top of new or existing. So it's
right. And
we give them a little TLC. We'll make sure they don't leak out of their end caps and their miters and all that kind of stuff. So
right, okay, and what would you say about we'll say 6-inch eaves troughs and 5-inch and 4-inch? Like what do you do for that?
5 and 6, our product will work for. We don't manufacture a 4-inch because I don't think they even manufacture.
They don't make them
I don't think they make the gutters that big. But 4-inch with the way our weather systems are nowadays, they don't really make sense, right? They can handle a little bit of drizzle, but we get these massive storms of hail and and the water just pouring over top of them like like a waterfall.
You know what? I bet you anything these things stand up to hail really well. This will protect. So I see all the time how the hail will come in. That's usually how I see the dented eave troughs. So dented from the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
They'll come in like that. Like, I mean, hey, the screen here seems super tough, and I'm sure it's not invincible. But this, you know, I don't know any hail that would ever break through this. Like, that's super solid.
Yeah.
And
that's another reason why there's a whole bunch of reasons why, you know, I stand behind this product. But it's just a durable product.
Yeah.
It's going to stand up to our weather. And that's, you know, I'm a Canadian. I've been here 40 years plus, right? And I'm not going to say my age, but I've been here for a while, and I get it, right? So this is one of the winters now that, you know, that I remember as a kid. You know, snow, ice, you know, cold. You know, I was playing hockey until April usually. Now this is like one of those winters, right? So I get how it works, and this is something that something will stand up to it.
Yeah. Well, really appreciate you showing this there, Steve. So you got another sample here with an eave trough there. What's that all about?
Well, this is the same thing. I just kind of showing you how.
Okay, we'll see how it fits.
How it fits on there.
Yeah.
Sorry, but this is a.
Yeah, well, let's see. Why don't you explain it here? We'll get you to. Yeah, we'll get you to hold on to that there.
All right, so this one's a 6-inch version, right? So, and I got a 5-inch gutter here. So, but it's essentially going to be the same thing. It's just going to be a little shorter gutter.
Oh yeah.
So it just sits on top here, and we put on a little bit of a pitch, just so it collects all the rain when it comes off, so we don't get any streaming over. We screw it down in the front, and then we have a nice little cap that kind of sits over top of that, clips on there. Or we screw it down on top after the heat trace table's put in there.
Yep.
Then what we do is run your trace cable down through your downspout.
Okay.
And then we run it all the way through, and then through your extension, and then ribbon it back up. And we have we'll put a little hole in the back of your downspout and come out with the plug or the electrical wherever we decide it's gonna go.
I like that too. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea, because I know the downspouts also can freeze up sometimes. That gives it a nice exit on the way out. Yeah. Though I don't really think it'll need it, I guess, because it'll be draining out as you go.
Yeah, moving water, but just keeping it just so that, you know, because you do see the downspouts, they do split on the back or wherever the seam is. And, you know, just honestly saves you money in the end, right? You don't have to replace it, and it's not going to cause you any damage that you don't know about, because when they're nice and tight against your house, you don't really see that, right? So,
all right, okay, that's very cool. Well, but I mean, I can see why you stand behind this product, and I stand behind it too. Hey, Brody, are we gonna talk about Pauline the dog?
Yes, sir. We will set up the furry feature right now.
Okay, just let's do a quick little explanation before we run into that. So Pauline is a dog that is up for adoption with Paws for Change, and if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, we will give you a 25% off adoption. Basically for any dog, but we really think that you should adopt Pauline right now, because she is up next for adoption, and she's a sweet little gal.
Hello everybody, I am here with this week's furry feature, Pauline.
Pauline is around 5 months old now, but she is already incredibly smart, thanks to the awesome tricks her foster families taught her. Pauline definitely loves her toys, especially the tug-of-war rope. This pup is potty trained, and she definitely likes to take some extra time outside to soak up the sun. If you'd like to adopt or learn more about Pauline, you can find her information at the Paws for Change website, as well as our Facebook page. Remember that No Pain Roofing will cover 25% of Pauline's adoption fee as long as you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next week with another furry feature.
All right, and we are back on with Steve with Armourguard here. Wow. So, all right. How long do you think an installation takes on the average home for something like this?
Average home, probably about 4 to 6 hours. What we do is here. I'll just pick up my gutter here again. But what we do, we come and we'll completely clean out your gutter for you.
Right.
Most, these are supposed to be about every 16 inches.
Okay.
So most people put up most gutters are about every 3 to 5 feet, so we'll make sure that there's enough in there to keep it sturdy, and then we'll silicone your corners here, and make sure there's leak free and your miters, and then we install our product on top. So, and then we give you our customer satisfaction guarantee.
Okay.
So yeah.
So that. So you're thinking that's with heat tape in there, hey? With the heat system.
Yeah, that's with the
Okay.
heated system. Yeah, the heated system maybe. Yeah, it'll be typical house. Typical houses are a couple hundred feet of gutters here in Calgary. So in Alberta, I think for the most part they are about that. So
Right.
yeah,
So-
150 to 200. So that's
Yeah. So I mean, worst case scenario, probably looking at maybe 2 days to put them on.
yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be the worst case scenario.
Right.
But we clean up everything and make sure your house is the husband's not getting in trouble for not cleaning them out, and he can go golfing in the summer and not get in trouble. Doesn't have to hide out.
The old ladder retirement plan.
That's it, right? And that's what we like to offer. We like to offer that, the old ladder retirement program, so we can have a party. The money you save on getting your gutters cleaned, or the money you save on whatever, or just not money, the time you save on not doing it yourself, right? So
I think that I've always heard that. I always hear time is money, but I think that time is life. And it sounds like
that's the thing, and that's ladders are no they're no joke, right? They are pretty tricky. Like I said, I've been in the construction business my whole life, and
yeah.
I there's days where I'm like, I don't feel good on this ladder, right? It's I want to get something done quick, or you want to get it over with, and that's
Yeah. Well, for sure. I mean, the vast majority of our workplace incidents involve ladders.
Yeah.
I've had guys set up ladders before they didn't set up properly, and I go to step on it, and my fingers are on the ladders, and then they'll come down. I almost took my fingers off one time. I've had them slide out on me before.
Yeah.
The ground isn't always level, so you got to do some leveling sometimes. And it's a dangerous thing to do.
Yeah. Well, stairwells, like with painting, being inside, ladders is the number one reason why painters get injured, right?
Yeah.
It's a ladder. It doesn't matter if it's a 2 foot or 28 foot. You fall. It hurts, right? And as you get older, you don't bounce. You don't bounce as well as you used to when you were younger. So it's
it's not so much the fall; it's what you land on. I think that's
true enough.
Yeah.
That's a true story as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Kind of a weird fact that I learned, or they say it's a fact anyway. When you fall, I guess the world is accelerating towards you, so you're actually not falling.
No.
Like it's the ground is coming to you. Yeah, it's like some sort of like Einstein relativity stuff I learned. Yeah, it's kind of weird stuff, but
I had a guy tell me one time, he's like, what do you got to do if the ladder's falling? I'll just time it and jump off. And I'm like, well, when you're hanging on for dear life, it's hard to time anything, right?
Right.
So
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's a funny. I'd rather not fall off a ladder. I think everybody else would rather not fall off a ladder, right? So
No. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not a good thing to do. Steve, I really appreciate you coming on today.
Okay.
I think that you've really brought a good product to the table here, and we definitely will be recommending this product to our clients and anybody who asks. Really,
it's great. Well, great. That was great being here. Love promoting my product. Love being on, talking about it as much as I can, and it's great being here.
Well, we really hope to see you here again after we finish our renovations in here, and maybe you can see how we come along.
Yeah, no, it's the renovations are started. They look pretty good. So I think going forward, well, it'd be nice to be back and see what's going on.
Hopefully, got some 4K going by then.
There you go. That's right. Okay.
All right, Steve.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Mike.
Well, thanks for being on here. All right, everyone. So just don't forget, Pauline the dog is a little sweetie, and she needs you to adopt her today. Make sure you like and share, and just get it out there and help this dog, and reach out to Paws for Change. Maybe give them a like and a follow on their page, and support the cause. And then thank you all for tuning in today, and bye for now.